Welcome to Snowmass, Colorado. We're set for the men's pro downhill, a full-throttle, wide-open course dropping 2.6 miles. The crux and key to victory, a nasty cliff section known as Hell's Kitchen. Des Curry from New Zealand rocks it and moves into the hot seat with a time of 2:35.29. Now in the Hell's Kitchen segment, Ryan Sutton from Gunnison, Colorado, a run of 2:33.79, and he moves into first and the hot seat. Now on course, Garrett Baytok from North Carolina, a new best time, 2:29.75, with plenty more men's downhill action still to come. Welcome to beautiful, sunshiny Snowmass, Colorado for the 2006 NORBA National Finals. 1,100 mountain bikers representing all 50 states in the Union here to decide the national champion. I'm Rod Elisha, and joining me, champion mountain biker Nat Ross. Now, most people know mountain biking is three main events: downhill, cross country, and dual slalom. But this is no longer your father's mountain bike event.
No kidding, Rod. We've got trials, which is a test of skill and tribulation. In addition to that, an exciting new cross-country format called short track cross country, and two killer events, mountain cross and super descent.
This is the last major mountain bike event in the United States right before the World Championships. Our champions will move on to New Zealand. Let's go to our first medal event, dual slalom.
Slalom racing, real tight and fast.
Nerve-wracking.
Stay smooth, not trying to charge it too hard, you know?
Track's really good though, it's got some slick corners and it's really dusty, so I think you have to kind of control yourself in the race. So
sure to have a good time and race.
We're ready for our semi-pro men's final duel. Chris Flores on the left, Brian Buell on the right. Flores with a .912 lead after run number one. Buell's got to beat him by about a second. Flores just has to stay close and upright. And Flores has taken the lead, and he's going to win this by a huge margin. He is our semi-pro champion. Back up top for our women's pro final. Ariel Martin on the left, Joanna Peterson on the blue course to the right. Martin with a .915 advantage. Oh, and a little bobble right there for Joanna Peterson. Martin, a flourishing BMX rider from Cedar Hills, Utah. And a great run right there. Scrubbed a little speed at the bottom, but she is our women's pro champion. Congratulations. You did have a big lead coming into that last run. What was your thought process there, and how do you feel now being national champ?
You know, I just wanted to keep it smooth. I came out that last corner, started to slide a little bit. I already knew I had the advantage, so I kind of grabbed some brake, just kind of cruised it to the finish line. You know, it's my third mountain bike race of the year. I'm BMX full-time. I do that professionally. I'm focusing that all season. We had our World Championships 2 weeks ago in Brazil, so after that was done, I was free and clear to do what I wanted, and decided to come out here this weekend and try a little mountain biking, and it worked out in my favor, I guess.
What happened in run number one that put you so far back?
I don't know, it's feeling a little smoother in practice and in some of my other runs, but I just felt like it fell apart in the last two runs.
Sometimes.
Yeah, in this course you've got 20 seconds, 19 seconds, and little things add up really fast, so, just didn't put it together.
All right, we're set for the pro men's final. Greg Menard, number 20 on the left. Race favorite Rich Hausman on the right. Hausman with a tight 34 hundredths of a second lead. The gate drops and they are out. They are neck and neck, wheel to wheel. Coming over the berms, it's still very close. This is going to be very tight at the end. And, oh my goodness, Hausman goes down. Menard will be our winner.
yeah, it was really close, and this last corner was super tricky, and for me to get my line at the end I had to slow up, and I saw Rich come past, and then I messed up my line and kind of nosedived, and we were both on the edge, and I think it's unlucky that Rich crashed because he was riding really good today. Yeah, it's not good to see one of the riders get hurt. We're all a big family here, travel together, so it's not cool when people crash, but I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, Greg's a good, tough competitor, former world champ, and a really good rider, so I couldn't lose to a better guy, and second's not that bad, and tomorrow I got the 4 cross, and it's good momentum going into that, so I'm happy with it.
Your top 4 in dual slalom pro women. Martin on top, Peterson second, Katie Holden third, Jessica Bott fourth. For the men, Menard, Hausman, Andrew Needling, and Justin Leon. Plenty more action still to come here in Snowmass. Coming up next, the truth on trials. Don't go away.
The 2006 NORBA National Finals at Snowmass is being brought to you by the town of Snowmass Village. We have more. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Quality always shines through. DiscoverColorado.com. It's time to discover Colorado.com. And Yeti Bikes, building the best bikes on the planet since 1985.
Snowmass Village, Colorado has more. More adventure. More family fun. More free concerts and movies. The only thing more amazing than the activities is the spectacular summer stage. Snowmass Village. It's all downhill from here. Visit snowmassvillage.com or call 1-800-SNOWMASS.
Log on to discovercolorado.com. Colorado's Vacation and Savings Guide. It's time to discovercolorado.com.
It's riding a mountain bike over all kinds of obstacles, and the goal is to not put your foot on the ground. The guy who puts his foot on the ground the least amount of times in the day wins.
Well, if you imagine the hardest thing in the world you could do on a bicycle, that's pretty much what it is. Just obstacles, balance, pretty much using your whole body. Toughest thing I've ever tried to do on a bike.
Like balance and skill, and there's a lot of strength involved because we don't have any ramps or anything. You're just there and you gotta jump up the big stuff.
It's basically just maneuvering your bike over anything you can. Not letting anything stop you or get in your way.
Yeah, it's a world level course. It's really good. It's really tight down in the bottom, so that's the main challenge there. There's no like huge jumps or anything, but it's really tight. Like the bike barely fits in there. So you get both tires on it, clear over it, but make sure your pedals don't hit, because if your pedals touch at all, you get a point. Same as putting your foot down. So it's kind of tricky there because the rock's kind of small. See, that was textbook right there. I landed perfect.
And our first pro trials rider, Brian Yuzerski. Trials is one of those difficult balancing acts. This course is one of 4 courses on the Snowmass Village. This is in the Snowmass Village Mall. He has 2 minutes to complete this course. He's already started out in a great timeline. He's not stalling. His balance has been spot on. And these man-made obstacles are no challenge to him today. All right, check it out. He's lined up. He's getting ready to take off of his rear wheel, get a good balance point. He's focused. He's got to stomp this next one because he's landing on that metal rail, and he's got 2 inches to do it. He did it with style. Down the steps, around the corner, onto the table section. He's got a table here, off and easy, and then he's got a real tight 90-degree corner. Off of the table, he's got to be aligned. This 90-degree corner has a bench thrown in. Check it out. Flipping it around, back out, and he's lined up for the finish. This finish isn't easy. Check it out. He's up on the table. He's got 1 more to go. Off of that table, onto the finish. Nice. He styles it out. Super clean. And our next Tro Trials rider, Jeremy Van Schoonhoven out of Williams, Oregon. Jeremy's lining up for a very difficult trials task. What he's doing is he's going to step up under these handrails, align his rear wheel, and launch off of this big bridge straight onto the handrail. Watch it. It takes precision, it takes skill. This alignment is crucial, it's key. He does not want to miss. As he lines up, this is where it counts. Oh, and he nails it. Perfect. He's down the steps, he's round in the corner, up onto the next table round. This is easy compared to the last section, but still requires concentration. Pounding it out, he's on that second table, he's off, and he cleaned the course in style. Nice job, Jeremy.
The final trial standings.
I'm sitting in the hot seat. That means I just completed the downhill with the fastest current time. If I get displaced with the faster time, I move on. Someone else sits here. If they keep the fastest time, they win the cash, the belt buckles, the prize.
Thanks, Nat. Now back up the hill and the women's downhill underway in the same course as the men. First on the hot seat, Lisa McBlack, a 28-year-old from Boulder, Colorado, a time of 3:08:40. In the hot seat long enough to see Tamil Smith cross the line, a time of 3:17:13. That's 10 seconds behind. Now into Hell's Kitchen. This is Unca Martin, a Honda rider from Bend, Oregon. Oh, a little bit of a pause right there. That'll scrub some time. Through the line, 3:10:14. That will not do it. Next up, it's Amelia Colasurdo from Seattle, Washington. Nice and smooth through Hell's Kitchen and across the finish line, 3:11:64. So Lisa McBlack holds the top time of 3:08:40 with just 2 riders to go. On course, Tracy Hanna from Cairns, Australia. Wow, solid run through the kitchen. She's got a super run going. Down to the finish line, a time of 2:53:02. She moves into first place. Our final women's pro, Sabrina Jonier, a 25-year-old from Nice, France. The top qualifier for women, that's why she goes last. Very solid and fast through the kitchen. Now down to the finish line, and a final time, 2:48:16. Sabrina Jonier of France is the pro women's downhill winner.
Yeah, she's pretty fast. What up? I wasn't really disappointed because I had a good run and she's really fast, so I'm really excited.
I'm really happy. So especially before the war, in 2 weeks, it's good to have another somewhere like this and have a good feeling. And I'm really happy today. I have an awesome one. I have so much fun. It's good.
The final downhill standings for pro women. Jonier wins it in 2:48:16. Hannah second at 2:53:02. Lisa McBlack of Team Morewood is third. Coming up, the fast, hard-charging wheel-to-wheel action in mountain cross and our pro cross-country final.
Snowmass Village, Colorado has more. More adventure. More family fun. More free concerts and movies. The only thing more amazing than the activities is the spectacular summer stage. Snowmass Village. It's all downhill from here. Visit snowmassvillage.com or call 1-800-SNOWMASS.
Log on to discovercolorado.com, Colorado's vacation and savings guide. It's time to discover Colorado.com.
So much going on here. The mountains, the unbelievable mountains. It's absolutely gorgeous every single season. It's like a dreamland.
We are here today at the final NORBA National of the season here at Snowmass Village. As you can see, we have breeds of all sorts, of every team, every color out here ready to race.
Classic for sure. This is classic trails, huge climb, awesome single track, government trail. It's gonna be a good time.
You know, you climb for 20 minutes right off the start, and then you have some really longer downhills.
I won here last year, so I'll hope to repeat and finish off the season on a good note.
We're all set for our men's cross-country final. 79 riders from across the U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
It's critical to be in a good position on the first climb. I mean, it's not necessarily critical to be absolutely in the first position, but yeah, I mean, if you're not in the front group, it's going to be a long day.
Getting over the top of the hill in decent position is key for sure, just so you can make up. I'm riding a full suspension bike, and I plan on riding fast on the downhills, or at least riding as fast as everyone else, conserving a bunch of energy, and definitely good to get in the single track early, save you from breathing dust.
And now a solo breakaway on the downhill. Jeremiah Bishop takes the lead on the uphill end to loop number 1. Just seconds behind him, JHK, the current overall series points leader.
My main goal today here is to win series, but I would love to do it by winning the final race, so I think that's probably going to be my strategy today.
Into the halfway point through the final lap, and JHK with a slim margin. Up the final climb to the finish, and Bishop back in the lead with precious seconds to go. JHK, you can see back a couple hundred yards. He'll win the overall season title, but lose this race to Jeremiah Bishop of Harrisonburg, Virginia. In third, defending champion Jeff Kabush from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. High fives all around for Jeremiah Bishop, your 2006 finals champion.
It's been a long time coming, and I've worked so hard, and our team's worked so hard. It just feels so good to bring a win to the Trek Volkswagen team and deliver on a long comeback. I broke my back in September, broke 3 vertebrae in my back last September, and so I started from zero. I started from nothing, and I really need to thank my wife Erin and my physical therapist back in Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Jeremiah rode just a phenomenal descent on the last lap. I'm really happy to go home with the National Series title. It's great. I'm thrilled.
Mount Daly, the backdrop as we ready for the pro women's cross-country finale. To the early lead, Shoni Van Landingham, current overall points leader. On the uphill, Jimena Flores of Argentina takes the lead. But still, a trio of girls on her tail, and still anyone's race. Through the tunnel in the finish of loop 1, Floret now putting significant space between herself and her rivals. Making a move on the second loop climb. From 5th to 3rd, Dara Marks Marino from Flagstaff, Arizona. The final climb to the finish, and Floret in command. Your 2006 final champion, Jimena Floret from Argentina. In second place, bib 106, Heather Ermiger from Boulder, Colorado.
You know, this course is really, really tough because you can actually see people pretty often, and you kind of trick yourself and you're like, oh, she's right around the corner, but then someone yells at you, she's like, she got a minute gap, and you're like, okay, a minute, that's a lot. So it's a little deceiving. She was gone from the beginning, but it always kind of felt like she was right there. I'm totally ecstatic. I've achieved all the goals I wanted to achieve this year, and that's a great way to finish the season.
It was a great course. This course suits me really well, and when you enjoy going hard, it's a good combination. You know, it's perfect, because if you're having fun and going hard, you're making everyone else suffer.
Tell me how the race unfolded for you. When were you able to break from the pack and get that lead?
Well, our main goal of the day was to keep our team leader safe without any crashes and on the top 5. So in the middle of the climb, I was able to get in the front and open a little gap, and trying to put the rest of the competitors in a little bit of a disadvantage. And right away I opened a gap, and I just put the head down and kept going.
Our pro women's final scoreboard. Floret the winner, Ermiger second, Katarina Nash third. For the men, Bishop the winner, JHK second, and the season champ, Anne Kabush from Canada is third.
There's a lot going on here at Snowmass at the NORBA National Finals, including expos and activities. To find out more, let's talk with Susan down at the Snowmass Village Mall.
Snowmass is really pleased to have such fabulous trails and courses and invest a lot in keeping them to be the best. As such, we host events like the Mountain Stakes Cup and the Granddaddy NORBA Snowmass National, which gives us an opportunity to showcase these venues to the pros, the amateurs, and the wannabes alike. They come out and they enjoy it, and then they take the word of mouth back and tell their friends, and people come back for this very reason. We think really we're a mecca for mountain biking in North America, but we know we have to keep telling the story to get people out here to realize it firsthand, and we think we're accomplishing that through hosting these important events.
Next up, high-speed, high-flying action in a brand new discipline. The qualifiers are set and are heading to the top of the hill. Coming up next, it's mountain cross.
Log on to discovercolorado.com. Colorado's Vacation and Savings Guide. It's time to discovercolorado.com.
Snowmass Village, Colorado has more. More adventure. More family fun. More free concerts and movies. The only thing more amazing than the activities is the spectacular summer stage. Snowmass Village. It's all downhill from here. Visit snowmassvillage.com or call 1-800-SNOWMASS.
The 2006 NORBA National Finals at Snowmass is being brought to you by the town of Snowmass Village. We have more. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Quality always shines through. DiscoverColorado.com. It's time to discover Colorado.com. And Yeti Bikes. Building the best bikes on the planet since 1985.
Mountain cross, 4 mountain bikers, head-to-head competition, jumping out of the blocks, hitting berms, catching air, charging corners. 2 advance, 1 into the finals, the other the consolation.
You get in there and there's 4 of you. You bump elbows, do a little, knocking on the track. That's the way it should be.
Welcome to one of our new disciplines, mountain cross, and on course with our men's semi-pro final. Kyler Garachi, Jeremiah Work, Rudy Unruh, Michael Buell. Garachi with a whole shot in the early lead, but Work is right on his wheel. Off the berm, and Work still trying to work him. Through the berms, Garachi gets some separation, but here comes Jeremiah Work. This is going to come down to the final jump. Oh, and a mid-air collision, they mix it up. Garachi takes it after the crash. He's our semi-pro champ.
Yeah, that's most of it. Most of it's just trying to stay up, and a lot of it's luck too, and it was racing.
The final scoreboard for Mountain Cross Semi-Pro men: Garachi, Work, Unruh, Buell. On to the women's pro finals: Nevin Steinmetz, Joanna Peterson, Ariel Martin, and Leanna Gerard. Martin with a whole shot in the lead. Almost a wreck by Leanna Gerard. And some separation by Martin. Oh, and Nevin Steinmetz goes down. Martin now a big lead, followed by Patterson and Gerard. Steinmetz is out. Ariel Martin, who crashed hard on the final jump in practice, now on her way to her second championship in Snowmass.
You know, I'm so pumped. I came in here with no expectations. I didn't come in here saying, oh, I'm totally going to kill it. I haven't ridden my mountain bike in a couple months. I've been focusing primarily BMX, and picked it up Friday. Practiced slalom and then one yesterday and one today, so it was a good weekend.
The final scoreboard for the Pro Women in Mountain Cross: Martin, Peterson, Gerard, and Steinmetz. And now the Pro Men's Final: Cody Warren, Ryan Sutton, Dale Holmes, and Rich Hausman, who took a bad crash in duels. Holmes with a whole shot in the lead, Hausman in second, followed by Warren and Ryan Sutton. Hausman with a huge inside move right there, takes over first. A little bit of banging going on right. Oh, and another clash there. Hausman now clear to the finish line. It's gonna be Hausman, followed by Holmes, Warren, and Sutton.
You know, when I got up and did my qualifying run, I qualified first. I just, you know, I had a real good confidence going that it was going to happen. So everything worked out. Got the title, got the win, and couldn't be happier.
It did work out. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
And now on to another new event: short track cross country.
I'm standing in the middle of the short track course, right over these berms. Mass start, 30 minutes of racing, several laps on this. They're hitting these berms. It's all about the position, and it is exciting. You can watch the whole race as it unfolds, all 30 minutes. Short track racing. In addition to that, we've also got Super D, Super Descent. They start on foot, they run to their bikes, they sprint for the single track, elbow it out, duke it out all the way down, gnarly downhill to the finish, first across the line wins. Super D.
Now back up the hill, the final runs in men's pro downhill. 39 riders have come down since Garrett Baytag, and amazingly none has been able to post a faster time. In Hell's Kitchen, this is Duncan Riffle. A great run here, and Riffle has done it. He's our new men's pro downhill leader, 2:27.35. Now it's Andrew Niefling. At the finish line, no, 2:28.49. With 5 riders still to go, this is Cody Warren. Warren with a little bit of scrub time there, but that's good enough to put him in the hot seat, 2:26.53. So Cody Warren is our leader, 2:26.53. Andrew Needling currently second, and Garrett Baytag, after an hour on the hot seat, is third.
Good work. Good run.
Now it's Sam Hill's turn. He cuts a different line tight through there. Wow, that's a total new line, and yes, Hill is the new leader with just 3 riders to go. Justin Leov on course. The time to beat 2:24.65, 2:27.89. So 2 racers to go. And this is Greg Menard, already a gold medalist here in dual slalom. Again, a tight line like Hill. This is the crux of the 2.6-mile course, and he's really flying through the finish. Menard, the new leader, 2:24.58 with just 1 rider to go.
Sweet job, Greg.
The South African is on the hot seat. Will he have a chance to stay there? This is Matty Likkinen. He's the only one that could beat him. No, 2:26.97. Greg Menard from the Republic of South Africa is our winner.
It's good to know that we're on form. I mean, the course was awesome. The guys put a lot of effort into having such a great course. You know, I was on the edge all the way. The woods, I kind of just kept it smooth and kept it flowing, and then I pushed it really hard down the bottom.
So the final scoreboard for our men: Greg Menard, a double gold medalist here, a 2:24.58 in the downhill. Sam Hill second, Warren third, Likkinen finishes 4th. Well, that does it from here in Snowmass. Congratulations to our champions. Special thanks to all the riders, sponsors, and volunteers who made this spectacular event happen. Accommodations provided by Destination Resorts. That's it from Snowmass. Congratulations to our champions, and we will see you next time.